Hello! Today I want to show you how to become an engaging and confident public speaker, how to avoid the most common mistakes, and how to overcome anxiety. Do you know what most people fear nowadays? It's not death, heights, or even spiders. It's talking in front of others. Around 75% of people admit they fear public speaking. Sweaty hands, shaky voice, sleepless nights, or even avoiding opportunities to speak just to escape embarrassment. These are common reactions. And yet, public speaking is one of the most important skills you'll ever need, not just for presenting business ideas to stakeholders, but also in school, university, job interviews, and in almost every career path. Anxiety and lack of preparation can ruin a great message. But with the right tools, you can turn fear into confidence. Before I give you tips, let's think what makes a speech great and what makes it terrible. Imagine two speakers, one who is energetic, clear, makes you feel involved, and another who mumbles, reads from slides, and avoids eye contact. You already know the difference, right? Now I invite you to watch the two videos I listed here and note down in your journal do's and don'ts for public speaking that you notice. If you can't get the links from here, search for them further down the online learning. This is the first one, most common mistakes to avoid when speaking in public. And this is the second video with a very impressive public speech that won the world competition. It shows you the attributes of good public speeches. Here's some practical rules for you to keep in mind. Prepare thoroughly. Speak with confidence. Know your audience. Start with why. Manage your time wisely. Foster teamwork, especially if you're working in a team on the speech. Use body language effectively. Modulate your voice, show emotion, make pauses. Use clear, clean visuals, don't clutter your presentation. Connect with the audience through questions, stories, examples. Be specific and accurate. Make sure to mention where you derive this information from. Prepare for questions and answers and plan time for questions and answers. Here are some don'ts. Don't hide behind a desk or behind a chair or behind your notebook. Don't overuse fillers like huh. Don't rush. I know you're nervous and you wanted to finish quickly, but try to stay calm and focused on the presentation. Never turn your back to the audience. Always face them and be prepared to writing sideways or have a second person helping you so you don't have to turn back. Don't apologize for being nervous. Don't overload with text and jargon your presentations. Don't use so many gestures that it becomes distracting. Don't talk in a low, monotonous voice. Don't read from your presentation, please. It's boring. Don't give up, even if it's not working as you were planning it, even if there are people looking at their phones or seeming bored, just continue. It's a learning experience and you're gonna get better. Remember, people don't come to see you fail. They actually want you to succeed because they'll benefit from what you share. Now, some tips and tricks from me. Great openings or the 30 seconds rule. First impressions really matter. In your first 30 seconds, the audience decides whether to listen or tune out. So you have to answer 4 questions very quickly. Who am I? What problem am I solving? Why am I different? And why should you care? What's in it for me? If you have watched Elon Musk's presentations, he often starts with why it matters for humanity before he shows any of his products. That's what grabs the attention. Be confident and use power poses. Amy Cuddy's TED Talk shows how body language affects confidence. When you take an open, strong pose, like those people in the picture, standing tall with arms apart, your brain produces hormones that increase confidence and reduce stress. When we expand our posture and take a power pose, Standing tall like a lion, our body signals confidence to our brain. In just 2 minutes, this increases testosterone levels by 20%, boosting your confidence, and decreases your cortisol level by 25%, reducing your stress. Conversely, when we shrink our posture, slouching, crossing arms, looking down, the opposite happens. Testosterone drops by 10% and cortisol rises by 15%, making us feel weaker and more anxious. Try it. Before your next exam or pitch, stand like a superhero for just 2 minutes. You'll feel more powerful and ready for it. Pause and breathe. Don't rush. Pauses are powerful. They give you a chance to breathe and collect your thoughts, and they give the audience time to absorb your message. Pauses also help the audience. They add emphasis, allow key points to sink in. For example, last year alone, over 8 million tons of plastic ended up in our oceans. Let that sink in for a moment. Pauses can also make personal storytelling more engaging. Think back to when you were a child. Did you dream of becoming rich and powerful? Or was it something else? Try it. Next time you present, insert a pause right after a big fact or before an important conclusion. Remember, you're giving a gift. Nobody in the room wants you to fail. They're not judging your clothes or your accent. They're focused on what they can learn from you. Reframe your perception of your speech. Your presentation is a gift you're giving to the audience. Think, I'm here to share something valuable and not, I hope I don't embarrass myself. That simple mindset shift make a big difference. Body language. Keep your posture open. That's the most important thing. Stand tall, avoid crossing your arms, keep your hands visible. Are you unsure what to do with those hands? You can hold them together loosely, like it's shown in the picture, or you can hold a pen or a clicker. Just don't click it. Try to move a little to engage the space, but don't pace nervously up and down the whole time. Here's a tip. You can watch great speakers like Michelle Obama. She uses gestures naturally to highlight points, but never distracting from her words. Should you practice your speech or should you improvise? What do you think? 21 said, it usually takes me more than 2 weeks to prepare a good impromptu speech. That's the best answer I've heard to this question. Improvisation comes from preparation. Practice your key points so you feel confident, but don't memorize it word for word because you will sound like a robot. Once you're comfortable, you can improvise and adapt in the moment. Connect with the audience. Engagement keeps people awake and interested. Ask questions, invite examples, get a quick show of hands, or ask the audience to shout a word. Even online, you can connect by asking people to comment or vote. For example, Tony Robbins often gets people moving, raising hands, shouting out answers. That energy creates a connection. The more you practice, the more natural you'll feel. Try rehearsing in front of a mirror, record yourself, or ask a friend for honest feedback. Fun fact, even TED speakers practice for weeks with coaches before stepping on stage. Preparation is what makes them look so effortless. Finally, congratulate yourself just for having the courage to speak. Most people never even step onto a stage. Every time you present, you get better. Think of each talk as a step toward confidence. The more you do it, the easier it becomes.